Have you ever poured years of your life into something only to be met with constant mockery? The human instinct, almost every time, is to simply walk away. Prophet Yunus, also known as Jonah, faced exactly this scenario. He was assigned to Nineveh. This massive, ancient metropolis was guarded by formidable stone walls. Look at the wealth and militaristic power carved into these stones. Yunus spent years trying to guide these people, but the 100,000 citizens of this proud society stubbornly rejected his message. Overwhelmed by frustration and anger at their arrogance, Yunus made a critical error. He gave up on them. He packed his things and abandoned his divine post without waiting for permission. Leaving the city limits was his way of trying to silence the overwhelming noise of failure. He thought distance could cure the heavy spiritual burden he was carrying. Seeking an exit, he bought passage on a heavily loaded ship. He traded the hostility of a massive city for the cramped quarters of a packed vessel, but the universe intervened. Right in the middle of the ocean, a violent, unnatural storm hit the water. Panic set in. The crew quickly realized the ship was carrying too much weight to survive. To save the majority, they decided to draw lots to choose one passenger to throw overboard. Moving from land to sea didn't solve his problem. A change in geography cannot cancel out a divine course correction. The consequences of abandoning his post had followed him. The crew drew the lots. It pointed to Yunus. They drew a second time. Yunus again. They drew a third time, and for the third time, the result was the same. Yunus realized what was happening. Accepting his fate, he allowed himself to be thrown off the side of the sinking vessel, plunging into the freezing, chaotic water. Before he could drown, a colossal whale, sent by divine command, swallowed him whole. The jaws closed, trapping him inside without crushing his body. The human world above had completely expelled him. Now he was locked in a state of inescapable, absolute physical confinement. This diagram shows the 3 impossible layers of darkness that enveloped him: the black night sky, the deep, dark ocean, and the belly of the beast. Down here, there was 0 sensory input, no light, no sound. He was completely severed from humanity. With nowhere left to run and no arrogant crowd to blame for his frustration, Yunus stopped making excuses. In the absolute quiet, he finally recognized his own mistake. From the depths of the whale's stomach, he called out, "La ilaha illa anta, subhanaka, inni kuntu mina zalimin." There is no deity except you. Exalted are you. Indeed, I have been of the wrongdoers. Angels at the bottom of the ocean heard this muffled truth. True accountability often only surfaces when the external noise of our lives is entirely stripped away. It leaves us with nothing but our own conscience. Because he took immediate, excuse-free responsibility in the dark, the response was instant. The whale was commanded to swim to the surface and eject him onto a barren shore. He lay on the dirt, completely vulnerable. He was sick, severely exhausted, and his skin had been stripped raw by the harsh stomach acids of the whale. Then came the physical relief. A gourd plant rapidly grew over him. Its wide, soft leaves provided essential shade, and it offered nourishment until his body began to heal. His internal spiritual healing in the pitch-black ocean directly triggered his external physical rescue in the daylight. When his strength returned, Yunus walked back to the massive city of Nineveh. He was fully expecting to face the same hostile, arrogant crowds he had run away from. But he arrived to a completely different reality. Shortly after he had fled, the sky above Nineveh had turned a terrifying blood red. The citizens saw it and realized the warnings of divine punishment were actually real. The entire population of over 100,000 people had dropped to their knees in mass repentance, embracing the faith. This shrine, standing prominently on a hill, symbolizes his enduring legacy over that very city. A prophet's greatest personal failure, when met with absolute accountability in total darkness, inadvertently became the exact catalyst that saved an entire nation.